Alright guys, welcome to the special module part 1, how to get thousands of subscribers, make massive cash and work as little as 37 minutes per day. Even though you don't need to have any list, you do not need to have any experience, you do not need to have any marketing skills in the past. Now, before I mention to you anything at all, just want to say something about introductory about myself, because there are so many noises on the industry itself. I just want to make sure that you guys know my background, exactly how I get started online. Okay, now who am I in this case? My name is Henry Gold. Now I started my online ventures back in 2001 when I was working as a 7-Eleven convenience store clerk in October 15, 2001. Now, before that, before 2001 itself, I have already had done many research. I'd done like MLM stuff and so on, and without any success. But when I get into this industry itself is basically in October 15, 2011. Now, at the time itself, I work in the 7-Eleven convenience store from 11 p.m. at night until 7 a.m. in the morning, including major holiday. Now this is like 7 days a week, no off time, and including like on the Thanksgiving holiday, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and so on. I just keep working and working. Now at a time, in addition to that, I also perform my business from 9 a.m. in the morning up to 10 p.m. at night, including weekend. So from 11 p.m. at night until 7 a.m. in the morning, I was working in the 7-Eleven convenience store, and I slept 2 hours because the place that I resided at the time was 5 minutes away walking from the 7-Eleven convenience store. So when I went to that place, I pretty much crashed on the couch. I didn't have a room either. Now at that point itself, 7:05 to 9 a.m. I was sleeping. After at 9 a.m. I started to perform the work on my business until 10 p.m. at night, every day, including weekend. Now I remembered a lot of people told me that it was a crazy thing because at 10 p.m. I actually went back to sleep until 11 p.m. at night. So pretty much for 2 years I was sleeping about 3 hours a day. Now what was the reason I didn't take any break? Because on a major holiday, if I work on a major holiday, I get paid like 1.5 times. That was the reason why I didn't want to take any time off. Pretty much you can also say that for like almost 4 years, actually 4 years, I didn't have any celebration for the Christmas, no celebration for the Thanksgiving. And at the time, I believe the last when in 2004, one of my at a point itself, I just had someone, a friend of mine, just brought the Thanksgiving dinner to me, and just wanted to make sure that I have a kind of some sort of celebration. That was it. But I didn't have any celebration whatsoever for like almost 3-4 years for the Thanksgiving and Christmas and so on. But the first 2 years at that point itself was some of the toughest time in my life, because I pretty much slept 3 hours a day. I didn't have any so-called friends, and one thing that I want to tell you for sure is that when I was working in the 7-Eleven convenience store, this was one of the most dangerous places in Massachusetts. In fact, about 2 years ago, when I went back to that location, one of the workers over there told me that at one point one of the clerk was at a gunpoint, where he was being told to empty his drawer so that they can take the money out, or he will be killed. and it was in the news. It was such a big deal. It was in the news, and everybody was. I was shocked when I saw the news itself. Okay, so and then I met my first mentor in March 13, 2003. Now I have been following him for like almost a couple years before I actually really get to know him personally and ask him to become my mentor. Yes, I did spend $5,000 by using my personal money that I got from 7-Eleven convenience store. I borrowed 5,000 money from my sister as well, my younger sister, as well as from credit cards. And at the time itself, a lot of people told me, especially some of the co-workers on the 7-Eleven convenience store, told me that I was crazy on spending $5,000. But when I got into the coaching itself, my first mentor really coached me until the end, where I released my first product in October 31st, 2003, which is about 7 months, and the project made me over $10,000 on the first 30 days. It received many rave reviews from Dr. Joe Vitale. Mike Philsame came later on, which is around November, December. He gave me the testimonial. Ted Cuba and many heavy internet marketers. Now I quit my job afterward. Okay. Now when I released my second project in May 31st, 2004, the second project itself gave me roughly about $50,000 in 30 days. It became the #1 product marketers promote, where they made between $3,000 and $5,000 in affiliate commission. This is a huge leap for more marketers in the internet marketing industry were making at the time. Now, I was somewhat proud of this because I was able to take a lot of vacation. I was able to travel to many different places. I was able to go to San Francisco, went to Seattle, and went to many different places after I made the second product itself. Then I released the very first giveaway campaign with a point system, and this campaign had more than 125 joint venture partners to promote. It ranked number 325 most powerful website in the world based on the Alexa.com ranking. Okay, and it received roughly about 25,000 subscribers and $50,000 in 14 days. And it was unbelievable because the majority of the marketers only receive roughly about 1,000 to 1,500 subscribers per month, but I was able to do that in 14 days. Now, at that point itself, everything has starting to change because my business changed, my personal life changed, everything else changed. And when I released the second giveaway campaign with the point system, the campaign has had more than 2,150 joint venture partners in 10 days. It received more than 56,000 subscribers in 30 days. Some marketers have even received more than 12,000 subscribers during that campaign. And I believe some marketers have even made between $3,000 and $5,000 per month from the subscribers that they receive. Eventually, after that campaign itself, a lot of marketers starting to quit their jobs, and some of them has become best-selling authors, international best speakers, and become a list building experts, as well as becoming multimillionaires. Now, after that point itself, I work behind the scene to help my $25,000 client on their projects. Many clients have had their success where they become top marketers in the self-improvement niche, in the internet marketing niche, in the health niche, and real estate niche. Of course, there are many different niches I've been working with clients where they prefer not to be disclosed. But if you've seen some of the testimonials later on, I'm going to share with you, you know that I've been working with some of them. And I had also had a lot of successful people, like a regular John Doe, which is I had successfully helped more than 30 plus regular John Doe between November and December 2009, where I personally helped them to build more than 200 subscribers in 48 hours. Of course, right now, if you've seen in the internet marketing industry, many of them are my clients or my former clients. I have had not just between November and December 2009 alone, even up to today's date, I have had many clients who have quit their job, and then some of my students, one of them were from Singapore, and she had this dream basically in 2009, say that, you know what, Henry, all I wanted to do is to spend more time with my daughter before she went to college, and she wanted to spend more time with her spouse in Australia, and she wanted to spend more time with her family, which is her parents in Indonesia. But at the same time, she wanted to be able to spend more time with her daughter in Singapore. Now, at that point itself, because she got into my coaching itself, she had her life changed completely. Within less than 1 year, she quit her job. She built more than 34,000 subscribers, and she was able to pretty much spend her time with her spouse in Australia, and then spend time in Singapore with her daughter, as well as spend more time with her family, her parents and siblings in Indonesia. Like pretty much she was back and forth. And also had a client that got into my coaching like about a year ago, and she actually said that she had a 10 years old son that she preferred to spend time with. After 1 year she graduated from the coaching that I had, she was able to stay at home, and then she, not only that, she was able to become #1 top affiliates for many product launches on the WSO, which is a Warrior Special Offer, and JVZoo. And this whole accomplishment because of the calling that I had, which is I chose to pretty much spend off my time to transform regular John Doe and Jane Smith, to change their life so that they can have a better vision on what they really want to do in the future. This is why many of my clients starting to enjoy the lifestyle where they can work as little as 37 minutes per day. Some of them even disappear for 2 days and come back when they need to make some cash flow and so on, and then because the whole system is already on autopilot. Okay, now, and I have also had more than 650,000 subscribers in both internet marketing and self-improvement industry. Actually, I can say that I built more than 650,000 subscribers. Even until today, I receive between 200 to 300 subscribers per day on autopilot. Now, I can tell you that some of the subscribers that I had, which is 650,000, I actually throw away roughly about 100 something thousand subscribers because I hosted it myself. The reason I hosted it myself because at that point itself I was making a dumb decision. I didn't want to host it with the third-party autoresponder service, and when I hosted that myself, guess what happened? The major ISP blocked my IP addresses, and then the web hosting threatened me that if I didn't stop sending out the emails, they are going to remove me from. They are going to stop giving me the service that they're supposed to. So I was being forced to remove more than 180,000 subscribers. All right. So this is pretty much what the introductory about myself and what I have done so far for all these years for my clients, and what I've done so far from to accomplish until today's date, which is since 2001. Now, what do people say about me personally? Now, why do I want you to know about this? Because I want to make sure that you know about me as a person, not just from the name itself. Because the name, people can just just make up the name, saying things that is not completely true. But I want to say that from the perspective of what people say about me. That way you will know me better as a person, and you will know that I am going to do whatever it takes to really help you to get to where you want to be in the future. Okay. Now, this is one of the testimonial that I received from Dr. Joe Rubino. He approached me to ask me if I can help him to build, to build subscribers on the self-improvement niche. Now, what we did at the time itself, we were doing it with Kit Matthew, which is another marketers, and I mastermind the exact technique that we were going to do. Within less than 1 month, we actually built 48,000, I believe it was 48,000 subscribers in the self-improvement niche. And then after that, we didn't touch it anymore. So he just said that I'm adding 50,000 new subscribers to our list in 6 months. And all these things were done basically in 30 days. 30 days. It was back in, I believe it was back in 2009. I don't remember anymore. It was like a long time ago for me. Now, he said Henry Gold is the marketing genius. And I would like to say thank you, Dr. Joe Rubino, for saying that about me. And Henry Gold is a marketing genius. I had the opportunity to learn from him step by step. We built the most successful giveaway campaign in the history of the internet, 7/7 self-help. And if you want to learn how to build a successful internet business, Henry is your man. And there's another guy named Patrick Chan. I know Patrick Chan since 2002. Now, this is what Patrick Chan said about me. Henry is the king of doing this simply because Henry doesn't talk about it, he is doing it. There's only one marketer that I know who consistently makes money and build a huge list with a giveaway promotion, Henry Gold. He's a king of doing the simple. This simple because Henry doesn't talk about it, he's doing it. As a matter of fact, he has created for himself a cookie cutter system for duplicating success with giveaway. I personally know Henry's strategies work because I've built a list and made money by participating in Henry's giveaway promotion. Now, I'm actually one of the top affiliates for Patrick Chan. When he came up with the You Can Do It, I actually sold more than, I believe, about $12,000 with like 4 emails and so on. When he came out with the email, another like email marketing mastery stuff, I was also one of the top affiliates as well for him. And I've done a lot of things with Patrick Chan. But on the other hand, Patrick Chan is one of the marketers in Malaysia. And he has done, he's an author now. He's also done a workshop with Ewan Chia. He has done seminars in Singapore, in Malaysia, and so on. He has been speakers in 17 different countries, that is his passion. And he has done quite well for himself. He worked with Dr. Joe Vitale at the beginning stage since in the year of 2003. And he has done a lot of things, and it was a great things for him to say about what I've done, because what he mentioned about me is completely true in one way, because I don't like to talk about the secrets, my idea. Instead, I show it to my audience through doing it and sharing that, because I believe in doing first instead of preaching it first. That's what Patrick Chan mentioned about me. That is something that I actually believe into it, because if I want to just keep preaching it, it's not going to work. I need to do it first and then tell people later on exactly how I did it. That's exactly what you're going to learn on the next two part of the module on how to get massive cash and work as little as 37 minutes per day. Now, this is what Mike Filsaime mentioned about me. When it comes to giveaway campaign, you are the one I want to get advice from. You are simply the best at them. In fact, when I did mine, your flow was my inspiration. After I did my first campaign in December 19, 2004, Mike Filsaime was inspired by it, and he came up with his own campaign. I believe he got roughly about 18,000, I believe, I'm not sure, about 12,000 subscribers in like 2 weeks. Okay, and then after that, there were 30 other marketers came up with the same campaign, including Cody Moya, which right now he became a multi-millionaire and became successful after the campaign itself. Okay, so, and then also this one is from Gina Gaudio Graves, which is known as a JV Queen. And this is what he mentioned about me. This is the first time I met Henry Gold. I was a little nervous because of his strong characteristic and domination in the internet marketing world. When I started to work with him last November, I could only describe him as a genius. He quickly pointed out the mistake I have made throughout my entire career. He described how this marketer and that marketer will barely survive online. Not only was I shocked, I was speechless. Everything that he said to me came true. He said that when I changed my business strategy, every marketer will want to approach me. He was right. When I was on the JV Alert, which is by Ken MacArthur, I was almost in tears when 30 plus attendees approached me and said thank you for the inspirational letters. They did not know that Henry was coaching me on them. I immediately called Henry up and said thank you. Without him, it would have been very difficult for me to take my business one step further than my competitors. If you have a chance to be coached by him, you must do it. Don't think twice about it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all the guidance you have given me through my ventures. Now, it was very nice of Gina mentioned that about me. Now, at a point, I believe it was back in 2006 and so on. Gina was a lawyer and an aspiring marketer. She did not know exactly what she was doing at the time, but after she was working with me, we were working on the building another 48,000 subscribers on the self-improvement niche, which a lot of guru at the time, including the people from the movie The Secret, joined us on this giveaway campaign. I believe it was like I don't remember, Bob Doyle, and then we got one of the Bob Proctor major competitors basically to become part of this campaign as well. We got a lot of other marketers to join us, which became a huge success that we built more than 48,000 subscribers in 30 days. And we have done the seminar where about 150 attendees attended our seminars in Sandusky, Ohio. Now, at the time itself, I was coaching Gina on writing her email letters, because the way she wrote the letter itself was more like a logical step, a logical type of writing. When I coached her, she was able to change the message itself. Right now, she's I believe she's the last time when I spoke with her, she said that she was earning between about 5 figures per month with the email marketing as well as a coaching program that she's doing, and she is traveling with the RV all the time. Now it was a great things for her to say things about me, and absolutely a genius and so on. And then I'm very honored to be able to serve her at the time. Now, what about the results of other entrepreneurs' business? Now, here's a kid Matthew when she participated on one of the giveaway campaign. She said, "Hi Henry, I participated in this 117 self-improvement gifts campaign in August 2007, mostly because I saw all the self-help gifts being offered and thought what a great way to help people to improve their lives. I've been involved in a couple of campaigns but nothing like yours. Every day new leads flooded into my business. At first I was surprised, but let me tell you, I got used to it pretty quickly. To be honest, I didn't really follow what commission I was making because, like I said, I was most interested in getting self-improvement product to as many people as possible. Well, I was shocked when I looked into my account and it said I had earned $7,200 in commission. I thought it has to be a mistake. It wasn't. I had built my list by more than 3,000 quality subscribers and earned a nice $7,200 in commission from your campaign. I didn't track how much I made after in a backend sales, but I'm sure it was a large number. And the best part, we didn't know each other back then. Now look at us, we are partnering together and help more people improve their life. Now at the time itself, I wrote the letters for the backend offer, and it was a it was a really high price, and it was unbelievable that OTO itself actually helped Kid Matthew to get more than 7,200 subscribers. Of course, I would like to say it is coincidence, but after so many times of coincidence itself, it became no coincidence anymore because I'm one of the copywriters that I've been doing this for like almost more than 10 years now. So I have done a lot of like selling high ticket item stuff from like $10 to up to $1,500 online. Now I have done a pricing of $5,000 on the high ticket point itself. This is something that is no coincidence. In terms of billing list, I have helped my partners to get more than 12,000 subscribers. So when Kid Matthew mentioned that he got 3,000 plus subscribers, it's kind of in the average skills. But of course, I cannot make any guarantee whatsoever on the number itself because it's not going to be realistic. But what I can mention to you is this is something that is going to be a big deal for a lot of marketers. But what I'm trying to share with you in here is I want to be able to tell you that why am I qualified to really coach you, to really make you understand the information I share with you is something that you can use in your business. Okay. Now here's also another testimonials that I received from Jennifer McClain, which is the author, speakers, and a coach in the self-improvement niche. This is what she said. "Hey Henry, what an amazing campaign, classy, well thought out, in integrity. Every challenge one of my subscribers had, you take care of them instantly. Even when there was a piece of questionable copy on the sales page, it was dealt with swiftly and elegantly. And I have received more than 5,000 subscribers, and they love my gifts, so it is a great demographic match. That is more than I could have hoped for. Not only are they subscribing, but they are subscribing that fit my list." And this is the result that she got from working with me on one of my JV giveaway campaign. Now Jennifer McClain has been known as one of the best-selling authors and author of the big book of You, and host of Healing with the Masters, and she has been a high-paid consultant in the self-improvement niche, and I'm very happy that she an honor will be to be able to serve her on this. Now also another person named Lonnie, she got 5,500 subscribers and 3,000 in sales, and also that's pretty much. I have so many testimonials. If you get watch the rest of the videos, and if you see the bottom part of this page, you should be able to get more testimonials, not just from the experts, but from regular John Doe and Jane Smith. Okay, regular people who had no clue what they were doing. So you guys can see exactly what it is. Now let's talk about what is traffic and profit system. Okay, now here's the thing, something I have to mention to you ahead of time. This is the myth about traffic. Okay, a lot of people think that, oh, you know what, I can just go ahead and keep going to the online and then get the guarantee hits, then I'm gonna be rich the rest of my life. In reality, this is what is going on. If your mindset is all about using the guarantee hits, I will mention this to you right now, that guarantee hits do not guarantee you instant profit. Okay, guarantee hits do not guarantee you instant profit. If you search on google.com, you will discover there are many websites that will provide you with a service where you receive 100,000 guarantee hits for $200. Here's one word for you: you will not make money from it. Why? The traffic they send to your website are completely off the chart. Now, how do I know this? Well, I'm one of the first person actually used the guarantee hits 10 years ago. Okay, back in 2002. Now, at the time itself, I wanted to come up with this idea that, you know what, this great idea of mine. I created a sales page, and I was like open up a champagne with my brother, and I said, you know what, after tonight we'll be a rich man, we'll be all set, we're gonna be rich the rest of our life. And so we toast the champagne. The next day, the traffic started to pouring into the system, and we look into the stat. Sure enough, there was like 10,000 clicks or whatever it is, 10,000 hits, whatever they call it to be. And after the 10,000 hits, we got no sales whatsoever. After 20,000 hits, I started to get very despair. So I decided to look into my weblog, and this is what I found out. Let me show it to you. What I discovered is, let's say this is your website right here. Now, and when I click on it, it shows something like a pop-up. At the time, pop-up was very, very useful. And on this pop-up itself, it has a 4 different block, and this each block will have 4 different websites. Now basically your website is going to be shown right here. Let's say this is your website here. Number 1 is your website, and number 2 is going to start with a porn site. Number 3 maybe the Viagra. Number 4 is probably gambling, whatever they call it to be. So pretty much what they do in here is they kind of telling you that, oh, they have done the demographic research, you'll be fine. Basically they created a website, and then they are just going to display like a millions times until they receive 500,000 hits. At the time I had 500,000 guarantee hits for like $500 or whatever the pricing is. I didn't remember anymore. Now this was the myth. If you're trying to use the guarantee hits, chances are you're not going to be making any money at all. The second thing that I want to mention to you is more traffic is not equal to more sales. Okay, marketers talk about you need to get more traffic. Now you need to match your product with the right audience. If you focus on getting 100,000 people to your website, 3% of them buy your product, you'll be rich the rest of your life? Absolutely not. Well, it doesn't work that way. Okay, because more traffic doesn't really guarantee that you are able to get more sales. Okay, I can get 200,000 unique visitors to my website, and it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to get sales from it. Okay, and I've seen a lot of social media, blog. They receive thousand and thousand and thousand of hits per day, but still they don't make any money from it. Okay, so it doesn't mean like whatever people mention to you that you are going to be rich. Let's say you have about 100,000 people come to your website, 3% of them buy. That is not completely true. That is pretty much they want you to believe that this is the numbers, but in reality this is not the numbers. Now another thing that I want to mention to you is another myth is targeted traffic is useless if you do not capture the personal information of each visitor you send to your website. Okay. Now, why do you focus on getting traffic to your website if you do not build a database of people who may be a candidate to purchase all your affiliate products? Okay. Now, I'm not referring to just one product. Instead, I am referring to customer for life. Okay. So, if you get traffic to your website and you do not capture the email addresses just because you have no clue how to do it, or maybe you're kind of lazy to do it, or maybe you think it's not important, I will tell you one thing: you are wasting your time. Okay, if you have a targeted traffic, you need to be able to capture the information. Even back then in 2001, a lot of companies, big companies said that, you know what, I don't need to capture traffic, whatever it is. But nowadays they have changed. They started to capture the traffic, ask people to subscribe. Even Facebook, if you look into Facebook, what do? Before you are able to access to the database, you need to be able to tell them in a way that who you are and about your information. They ask you to register, they ask you for the name, the birthday, everything in details. They ask you all these details. Why? Because they want to know about you. Because in a way that you are the commodity for the Facebook. Alright, very important on this. Now the next one is capture personal information is worthless if you do not build a powerful relationship with each one of them from the beginning stage. Okay. Now, what is a function to build a list if you do not build a stronger relationship with each one of them? Now, why not give them a step-by-step lesson they can use to solve the problems that they have? Why not create a lot of videos and blog posts to show them how to solve their problems? Whether they buy from you or not, your subscribers know that you are out there to help them. This is how you are being viewed as an expert. Now, let me mention this to you very clearly. If you have a subscriber base, you do not build relationship with them, you are insane. Okay? You are insane. If you do not build a relationship with them, you are insane. Let me repeat that one more time. Without relationship building with your audience, subscribers means nothing. Even though a lot of people mention to you that each subscriber that you have is equal to $1 to $1.50 per month, if you do not know them personally, if you do not know them by name, if you do not know where they are coming from, where they reside, you are not doing the right things. Start building the relationship building with them by telling them what you can do for them. Okay, every single time that you tell them what you can do for them, it will give you the results that you're looking for, the money that you're looking for. Do you understand? Very important on this. So if you, let's say you are in the in the niche that teaching people how to get the X curve and back, you need to tell them with the step-by-step lessons on what they need to do to solve the problems. Okay, you need to tell them in details, and then you can direct that to whatever it is that you are doing. Okay, very important on this. It's a small thing, but it's a big deal in the long run. All right. Now, next, the next question is, why do you need the traffic? Okay, so a lot of people say that, oh, I need traffic to my website. I need traffic to my website. In reality is, if you do not know what you are doing, why do you need to have a traffic in the first place? Okay, very important on this. So the real question is, who are you trying to target? Who are you trying to target in this case? Male or female? How old are they? What are their income level gonna be? Do they have money? What are the specific problems that they have? Okay, you need to know all these details. If you have no clue who they are, guess what? You will always be in the dark. You have no clue where they're coming from. Like my audience, I need to know exactly where they reside. So when I know exactly where they reside, the next thing that I do is I start advertising my workshop in that location itself. Let's say if the people that I target is located in California, then I'm going to start to advertise to do a workshop in Las Vegas. But if I have no clue who they are, guess what happened? Then I'm not going to be able to do anything. Okay? Now the next one is, how big is the demand? How big is the demand? Is your market worth your advertising effort? Is it consistent enough? Do you have enough people who may need your suggestion? Okay, how big is the demand? If the demand is so small, why target them in the first place? You're just wasting your time. If you only target a group of 2,000 people who doesn't really need your help, guess what? You are wasting your time. Okay, very important on this. It's a small thing, but it's a big deal in the long run. Now the next one is, what kind of solution do you want to provide to your potential clients? You got to be more specific. Now I don't want to just say listen to you by saying that, oh, you know what, I'm going to teach people how to have a better relationship. That is not specific enough. Relationship, it could be about marriage. It could be about relationship with the children. It could be a relationship with the in-law. It could be a relationship with a girlfriend. It could be a relationship with friends. It could be a relationship with boss. You need to be specific. Just one single sub-niche that has a high demand. Okay? Be more specific. This is how you are able to determine where you should advertise, where you should avoid on spending your time and effort. Because if you're trying to target everyone, guess what? You got no one. Okay, you got no one. I guarantee you on that. You got no one at all. But if you're trying to target only into a specific niche, only into a specific type of people, only to those people who are in need of a certain solution, then you have a business for long term. That is the key to this. Okay. Now the next thing is, what do you need to get traffic? The first one is, you need to have a website. Seriously, this is a basic requirement. I have seen a lot of entrepreneurs. They start up with a tripod, or they start up with a blogspot. That is not a website. If you don't have your website that start with yourdomain.com, you are not in business. I have had some people come to me with a domain name like yourname.tripod.com, yourname.blogspot.com. This is not a website. It is just a replicate website that nobody will pay attention to. Okay? So you really need to make sure that when you talk about website, it has to be a website with your domain name. That, let's say, Kaizenology. Let's say mysupercoach.com. That is a website. If I come up with mysupercoach.blogspot.com, that is not a website. Now the next one is you need to have your own cheap hosting. Okay, your own cheap hosting. This is how you are able to insert your squeeze page, your blog, your thank you page, redirect link, merchant account, and so on. You don't need to have some fancy tools in it. You just need to make sure that you are able to host unlimited domain names. Okay. Now the next one is you need to have your own autoresponder system. It is a must these days, but you do not want to waste your time hosting your own email list. Now I'm going to talk more on the next part of this special module itself. You're going to be able to see that on the module number 2. On the part 2 of this special module. Okay, and then the next one is your own affiliate product. You need to know exactly what to sell, what to offer to your audience. It cannot be just any product. It must be those products that will solve your audience challenges right away. Now this is one of the most crucial elements you need to have in order to create a profit and traffic system for your business. Now as you understand all this concept, this is what you need to have. The next thing is, how do you get to the traffic? There's 3-stage process in here. Stage number 1, find out exactly where your targeted visitors hang out. Now you need to know where those people hang out. Find out how to get, how they get to that each place they hang out. Where are they located? Are they in a forum, in a chat room? Where they find you? This is what you need to do. Stage number 2, discover what products do those audience are looking for. Read the forum, go to Yahoo Answer, join chat room, find every single possible ways to know your potential clients. If you do not know them, how can you offer the solution? It's impossible. Okay, it's impossible. You need to be able to know them and then really offer the solution. There's so many things that are not coincidence. The reason people know exactly what other marketers really want, because they offer the solution. And the stage number 3 is use those traffic sources that your potential prospect are constantly using to get traffic to your website. It is what I refer to the baiting system. Baiting system means that, let's say if you find the source of traffic, what you can do is you can just simply let's say if they debate about certain things, and then you create a certain products or whatever it is that, or you find a certain products that are great, then you can just go ahead and say, you know what, I am just going to use this information and then provide that information to them. Okay, so let's say if you're talking about how to get your ex-girlfriend back and people are talking about their suffering and so on, what you can do is you can simply go ahead and find a product that has to do with how to get an ex-girlfriend back, and then show it to them. This is a great product. I've tested it, or whatever it is. That's how you fulfill the market. Okay. So as this is the end of the part 1, I encourage you to go to part 2. Okay. On the part 2 itself, you will be able to find in details exactly how I do it differently, how I came up with the whole solution, what is the business vision, and so on. I want you to be able to understand all this concept, so that when you look into it, there will be a clicking, and then you're not going to be like, oh, what am I doing right now? Why am I doing what I'm doing? So you will have this click right away. Okay? All right. I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care now.